All of these creatures were considered to have medicinal properties. They range from things derived from Chinese herbal medicine, such as caterpillar fungus and bear bile, to those based on Japan's unique folk medicine and superstitions. While many people have heard of them, few in modern Japan, especially in urban areas and among the younger generation, genuinely believe in their effectiveness. However, when prescribed medicine from a doctor proves ineffective, some may consider these as an alternative. Some have effects that can be expected based on their nutritional components, while others have no clear basis at all. This time, I will introduce 10 such creatures that were believed to be medicinal. A type of amphibian that inhabits ponds and marshes. It resembles a salamander but has less sheen, with a red and black mottled pattern on its belly. In the Edo period, roasted newt powder became a wildly popular love potion. The belief was that if a person sprinkled roasted male newt powder on themselves and roasted female newt powder on the person they desired, they would be drawn to each other and the target would reciprocate their feelings. Of course, this was merely a superstition from a time when scientific concepts did not exist, and there is no medical or scientific basis for it. It is unlikely that anyone in modern times believes in or practices this. Rather than being specifically used for its supposed effects, salamanders have traditionally been consumed as food in certain mountain villages and are still eaten in some regions today. In the past, they were also used as a remedy to calm children's nerves and prevent night crying. Additionally, there was a superstition that placing a salamander soaked in alcohol on a swollen tonsil like a compress would reduce the swelling. Gama no Abura originated from a Buddhist monk named Koyo Shonin, who was the head priest of Chisokuin Chuzenji Temple on Mount Tsukuba. When he joined the Tokugawa side in battle, he chanted sutras and treated wounded soldiers in the camp. The ointment he applied to their wounds was so effective that, because the monk had a face resembling a toad, people began calling it Gama no Abura, literally toad oil. Later, a fictional story was attached to the origin of the oil. According to the tale, it was extracted from the sweat of a specific toad living at the foot of Mount Tsukuba, one with 4 toes on its front legs and 6 on its back. The toad would supposedly be shown a mirror, and upon seeing its own ugly reflection, it would sweat in shock, producing the oil. In reality, it is said to have been made from dried toad venom or horse oil, though there are various theories. Today, ointments branded as Gama no Abura are still sold, but since dried toad venom is prohibited under pharmaceutical laws, modern versions contain ingredients like petroleum jelly instead. In Japan, yashi were traveling merchants who sold products at festival stalls, temple grounds, and bustling marketplaces, often incorporating performances to attract customers. They were also broadly associated with the yakuza. In the Tsukuba region, these merchants would rhythmically chant the legend of Gama no Abura in a rap-like style to promote the ointment to passers-by. While they are no longer yakuza, some of them continue to perform this traditional sales pitch at special events in Tsukuba as part of its cultural heritage. A venomous snake found throughout Japan, except for Okinawa. Mamushi is traditionally soaked in alcohol for its supposed invigorating and detoxifying properties. It has been used to treat general weakness, declining organ function, tumors, numbness, and paralysis following strokes. In remote mountainous regions, especially among the elderly, drinking mamushi-infused liquor is still practiced, and there are even specialty liquors specifically made for soaking mamushi. In folk medicine, mamushi is also roasted and ground into powder, or used in mamushi sake, believed to help with fatigue recovery and poor circulation. Several specialty shops in central Tokyo still sell mamushi sake and roasted mamushi powder, showing that many people today still seek its medicinal benefits. Additionally, a few restaurants in Tokyo serve snake dishes, including mamushi. The uguisu, Japanese bush warbler, is a small green bird known for its beautiful song in early spring. Originally introduced from Korea during the Heian period as a stain remover for clothing, ukiyo-e droppings began to be used as a facial cleanser in the Edo period due to their supposed skin beautifying effects. Since ukiyo-e droppings are collected in small quantities, they are often substituted with those from other birds. In controlled environments, the birds are fed only plant-based food, and the droppings are repeatedly sterilized before undergoing approximately 20 hours of processing in a centrifuge to be turned into a fine powder. I have personally used this, and I can say that my skin was left feeling super exfoliated and soft. It also looked brighter but not whiter, if that makes any sense. The soft-shell turtle can grow up to approximately 60 centimeters in shell length. Highly cautious by nature, it often hides in water or mud, making wild sightings rare. Due to its lightweight shell, it moves quickly both in water and on land. Its neck extends longer than that of a typical turtle, and it aggressively bites, requiring careful handling. Beyond its medicinal benefits, supan is a prized delicacy, particularly in Chinese cuisine, and is enjoyed across Asia. In Japan, there are many specialty restaurants serving supan, with a single turtle typically costing around 15,000 yen. It is believed to promote vitality and enhance skin health. Some herbal medicine stores also sell it in powdered form.
Bear bile is extracted from the gallbladder of a bear. It is believed to improve digestive issues and stimulate appetite.
Unlike other animal-based remedies, bear bile has no culinary use and is strictly a traditional medicine.
Historically, it was a major source of income for the Matagi, a group of traditional hunters in Japan. In Akita, a Matagi stronghold, bear bile was traded for $600,000 per 37.5 grams in 1985. Even today, granulated bear bile medicine can sometimes be found in small sachets sold online.
The lamprey resembles an eel and appears to have 8 eyes due to the gill openings along its body, hence its name. However, it is an entirely different creature from eels and, in a strict sense, is not even classified as a fish. Some might say it looks more like an alien than an aquatic animal. It has a distinctive disc-shaped mouth lined with sharp teeth, which it uses to latch onto fish, scraping their skin and feeding on their bodily fluids. Its eerie appearance is matched by its rather unique feeding behavior. Lampreys are caught in the rivers of Hokkaido, Aomori, Akita, Yamagata, and Niigata. Originally, the idea that they were beneficial for eyesight likely came from the simple logic that having 8 eyes must mean they are good for vision. However, they are actually among the top seafood sources of vitamin A, which has been used to treat night blindness and eye fatigue, suggesting that the belief wasn't entirely unfounded. Even in Tokyo, there are a few specialty restaurants that serve lamprey dishes, often prepared similarly to eel. In the regions where they are harvested, they are enjoyed as food regardless of their medicinal reputation. A highly famous medicinal fungus that grows on cicada and moth larvae. Its name in Chinese characters means in winter an insect, in summer a plant, reflecting its transformation throughout the seasons. In China and Korea, cordyceps is extremely expensive, making it uncommon in everyday cuisine, but it is sometimes used as an ingredient in dishes. It has an incredibly intimidating appearance, and even as an adult, its looks remain striking. Unlike most insect-based traditional medicines, which originate from Chinese medicine, this one is purely Japanese. This larva, along with its dried medicinal form, is called magataru mushi. It was roasted and ground into powder, traditionally used as a remedy to calm children's nerves. Around 1081, there was a beautiful woman named Sakurado Jaime. Her husband was murdered by another man who was jealous and infatuated with her. She fled with her weak and sickly son, Magotaru. Desperate, she prayed at Tamura Shrine, where she received a divine message instructing her to feed him the insects from the pebbles of the Saikawa River. Following the oracle's guidance, she fed her son this insect, and he miraculously recovered. He grew up healthy and eventually avenged his father's death. Because of this event, the insect was named Magotaru Mushi in his honor. According to Jintaro Umemura's 1943 book, Konshu Hanzo, Materia Medica of Insects in Japan, roasting and eating the insect was believed to be an effective deworming medicine. It was also said to be used as a treatment for tuberculosis, stomach ailments, and duodenal parasites by roasting it and consuming it.
If you are interested in Japanese animals, please see the playlist in the description. Thanks for watching until the end. Japan Bee explores obscure facets of Japanese culture. We would be encouraged if you like and subscribe.